What if your home, the place you've known all your life, was suddenly deemed a danger zone, and you were forced to evacuate within a day? This is the reality for over 1 million people in northern Gaza, as Israel has demanded their evacuation within 24 hours. Our story begins on October 12, 2023, when Israel imposed this demand. The United Nations has labeled this task as impossible without causing devastating humanitarian consequences. The Israeli Defense Forces argue that this move is for the civilians' safety, urging them to move south to avoid being used as human shields by Hamas. Meanwhile, rumors abound that Israel is mobilizing reservists for a ground offensive into Gaza. The Gaza Strip, home to over 2 million people, is blockaded and has limited crossing points. In retaliation for Hamas attacks, Israel has conducted over 6,000 airstrikes, leading to the deaths of at least 1,537 Palestinians and injuries to 6,612 others. Amid these escalating tensions, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken reassured Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of ongoing U.S. support. However, the U.S. has denounced the Hamas attacks and proposed a humanitarian corridor for civilians in Gaza. On the cybersecurity front, threats in Israel are increasing, with hijacked billboards and a cyber attack on Ono Academic College. The United Nations reported a 30% increase in the number of displaced people in Gaza and a severe power and water crisis. Despite the escalating violence, the U.S. has no plans to put American troops on the ground in Israel. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin will visit Israel to reiterate President Biden's warnings to malign actors in the region. To summarize, Israel's demand for over 1 million people to evacuate northern Gaza has sparked international concern, with the United Nations warning of devastating humanitarian consequences. Amidst the escalating violence, the U.S. continues to support Israel, while denouncing the attacks by Hamas and proposing a humanitarian corridor for Gaza civilians. As we watch this situation unfold, we are reminded of the reality for those living in conflict zones and the critical importance of diplomatic solutions to prevent further loss of life and displacement.